The 100-year anniversary of Lewis and Clark's explorations of the Oregon country gave the state cause to celebrate. The Oregon Historical Society was charged with planning an event to mark the occasion.
The society came up with the idea of a World's Fair, an international exposition. And very quickly, political and business leaders grabbed onto the idea.
And so the Lewis and Clark Centennial, an American Pacific Exposition and Oriental Fair, was born, and the world was invited. Giles Lake in northwest Portland was chosen as the site, and a frenzy of building began. On opening day, June 1st, 1905, Spanish Renaissance-style exhibit halls were filled with wares from as far away as Japan and Russia. The Atiyeh family came to Portland from Syria to market fine textiles.
There's a photograph of my father at the Lewis and Clark Fair. And I asked my father one time, how come he came to Portland? And he said that somebody came through and said this was a good area to sell Oriental rugs.
With a boost from the fair, the Atiyeh's rugs soon graced the homes of the timber and land barons of Portland. Fairgoers were treated to exotic attractions like the streets of Cairo and Carnival of Venice, replete with ballerinas, opera singers, and gondoliers. By the end of summer, the fair had hosted 1.5 million visitors from all around the world, a tremendous boost to the state's budding tourism industry. The Great Extravaganza, as it was later called, netted the princely sum of $84,461. By the fall of 1905, the temporary buildings were dismantled and the fairgrounds cleared. The lake was later lost under a flood of silt, and the land was slowly converted into a thriving industrial area. One landmark that survived was the Forestry Building. Called the world's largest log cabin, it lasted until 1963, when the massive structure caught fire and was destroyed. The impact of the fair was far-reaching. It put Oregon on the map as a desirable place to visit and to live.
It was really a tremendous boost, I think, in terms of the economic and just in-migration of people to Oregon and particularly Portland.
We can look back at the 10 years immediately following the exposition and see that the state grew by about 50% in population and in the economy, based directly and indirectly on people's experience with the exposition.
An Oregonian newspaper editorial summed it up best. The Lewis and Clark Exposition officially marked the end of the old and the beginning of the new Oregon.